Here is my super speedy run through of some of EP's latest updates for English. First of all, we have a whole bunch of new content and have enhanced much of the existing content. Let's start with NAPLAN Prep, as it is that time of year. These have now been updated to include persuasive and narrative writing assessments that are now available as smart lessons, so that students can have that targeted writing practice with the personalized AI grading and feedback, which is now part of the standard core subscription tier. Students will get a rating out of 5 stars and receive feedback on what they've done well, along with some actionable next steps that could help them improve their response. Of course, there are also many auto-marked assessments for NAPLAN Prep that will also allow you to dig deep into the data and find out where your students are having difficulty and assign them lessons that will help them. In terms of other new content, the team has put together a bunch of new lessons. Many of them are novel studies topics and smart lessons. Take, for example, The Great Gatsby, Of Mice and Men, Midsummer Night's Dream, in addition to all the other resources like poetry, film studies, and essay writing. In senior content, which by the way you can use in the lower years and vice versa, we have lots of new resources like Othello and 1984, in addition to other resources like external assessment practice, essay writing, etc., etc. There are a bunch of new tools that feature throughout this new and the existing content. The first one is the AI Literacy Aid, previously only available with our Plus tier subscription, now available with a standard core tier. This allows students to highlight any word, concept, sentence, or paragraph on an information slide and have our literacy aid break it down into simpler language and put it in context of the lesson itself. There is, of course, the AI marking and feedback for open or extended response questions, which I mentioned earlier in the NAPLAN content. It has had several improvements over the last year, and as I said, is now part of the standard core subscription tier. The point of difference for Plus is that students will have unlimited iterations of that feedback for each question, allowing them to continue to refine their answer with the AI's assistance. Plus tier subscribers can also create their own custom questions with the AI-powered feedback by simply uploading some kind of marking guide and a model answer. In fact, several senior teachers have already used this feature to create practice questions for external assessment like QCAA's analytical essay. Another new feature of Plus is that students will get some help from an AI coach for the auto-mark questions that they're struggling with. This coach certainly doesn't give them the correct answer, but rather reframes the question and provides some scaffolding. Now for some teacher-facing AI. Last July, we released the first version of our AI quiz creator, EP Create, which is unlimited to all teachers and all subscription tiers. Within seconds, you can create a quiz that is not only aligned to specific curriculum descriptors, but also with a prompt that allows you to highly contextualize or even personalize the concept for students. For example, I've pasted entire chapters from novels into this dialog box and asked the questions to be related to it, but I've also had it create questions related to Taylor Swift and motorcycles, all within seconds. Not only will this create the original questions, the correct answer, and distractor answers, but it'll also generate some feedback messages to give students some guidance when they select the wrong answer. Every part of this is editable, so you can make some aesthetic changes and upload photos or videos. Very soon, you'll be able to print these quizzes very easily. My only suggestion is that you test it out and see what you can come up with. This is a great revision activity, lesson starter, or exit certificate. Now for some features that are going to be released very soon. Firstly, we will soon have our Learning Snapshots feature, which is currently available in maths, science, and languages, be rolled out for English language conventions. Because it's not yet available for English, even to me, I'll show you what it looks like in maths. So this is a dynamic table that allows you to track student progress against curriculum outcomes as they complete assessment. It will show you the student's latest result in that particular descriptor, but also allow you to look back at historical achievement. You can filter the various achievement bands and look at it at a class level, using the data to inform the direction of your teaching. You can also look at it at a student level, identifying students that need intervention or extension. Another soon to be released English update is one that's not quite public yet. And that is that Senior English is getting a complete revamp that comes in conjunction with a completely new senior product, tailored towards senior students with that exam preparation and student faculty in managing the revision at its core. Stay tuned for this one. We will be trialing it in term 2. Okay, thanks very much for watching all the way. Please reach out if you have any questions.